worship you, for your name is holy, holy, Lord.
Amen. Amen. For your name,
Amen.
holy, your name is holy, Lord. Amen. God bless you, Minister Franklina.
Amen. God bless you, Mama.
Welcome all of you to our Bible studies today. As today is Tuesday, those watching on Facebook, we welcome you to Ambassadors of Christ Ministry International. Today is our Bible studies, and we hope you join and then you contribute on the comment section. If you want to join us later to pray, please you click on the link or you send in a message so that you can join us. God bless you. Amen. Any translator, I translate. And
Amen. Amen.
yeah,
Hallelujah.
amen.
Amen. Yeah, the radiasi and then subium say muha. We are ambassadors of Christ Ministry International. And you may so abrasium ye muha Bible study. Sorry. We are here and then Bible studies. Radin Shane Nara. Amen.
Amen. God bless us all. Please, let's remind of ourselves of last week what we learned, the role of the apostles. The role of the apostles. We learned some rules. Please, can we remind ourselves about the rules of the apostles that we learned last week? Yeah. Prophetess.
Amen. God bless you. God bless you for giving me the opportunity. We learned a lot concerning the role of the apostle. We said that the apostle, he is the one who establishes churches. And also the apostle is also is all in all one. We will say like he is all in all one. He is a teacher, he is a evangelist, he can also be a prophet, and also he is an apostle as well. So we learned that the apostle, the role of the apostle is very, very broad. And one of the ways or one of the roles is that he establishes churches, going from here to there, opening churches, and also putting people to be the leader of the place. Amen.
Amen. God bless
Amen.
you.
Amen. Erade enhyɛ nyinaa. Nyankopɔn adom last week no. Sɛnea yɛ prophetess doctors ɛka no ɔsɛ Nyankopɔn adom last week no yɛhyɛ no yɛsua about apostle roles. Na apostle as an apostle no wasudie, right? Roles of an apostle, yes. Apostle asudie. Ti Nyankopɔn adom no yɛ realize sɛ apostle ne nnwuma ɛdɔɔso. Ne nnwuma dɔɔso such a way sɛ Nyankopɔn fa no so ɛde establish n'asafo. Nyankopɔn fa no so ɛde tete Nyankopɔn ne nkoa. In fact, Nyankopɔn ɛfa no so ɛde tete n'asafo nso. Nti apostle n'asudie no Nyankopɔn adom yɛhu ne sɛ n'asudie ɛdɔɔso pɛɛ yie ɛwɔ Awurade n'asafo mu. Amen.
Amen. God bless you, prophetess. Please, is there any other one? Or should we continue? Okay, then let's continue. So we talk about the apostles being the foundation. They established churches, but let's say that they are the foundation of the church because the church is built on them. And then they teach because they are the apostles, and then they have been evangelists, They have been pastors before. They have been a prophet. They teach all the other 5 ministries. They teach them. So it's like they equip them. They take them through teachings and all those things. God bless you all. So today we are continuing. But before we continue, our prophetess Yvonne asked a question the other, I think that's 2 weeks or, yeah, that's what will be the name of the apostle, if the apostle is a woman. Yeah, but really, I didn't find a name, but when I was learning, I learned that there was one woman in prison with Paul. Let's go to Romans chapter 16, verse 7. Romans chapter 16, verse 7. Romans chapter 16, verse 7. Please, if you are open it, can you read? Anyone can read. Romans chapter 16, verse 7. I'm reading. It said, greet Andronicus and Junius, my kinsmen and once my fellow prisoners, who are held in high esteem in the estimation of the apostles and were believers in Christ before me. So these 2 people were in Christ before Paul, and they were doing the apostle, they were in the apostleship before Paul. But I realized that the juniors is a female. So that woman too was an apostle before Paul. So it's like there were some people who were apostles before Paul. That is, when I was reading the commentary, that is what I learned. So there was a female apostle before Paul. She was with Andronicus, and they were in prison. They were in prison. So this is what I find out, that there was a female apostle too in those days with Paul. Amen. If I don't know.
You.
Amen. God bless you. So this is what I find out. I found out when I was learning. So let's continue. Now, as we are talking about the establishment of the churches, let's talk about the Great Commission for the apostles. The Great Commission. I know we've all heard about Great Commission. Yeah. So let's open our Bibles to Matthew 28, verse 19 to 20. Matthew 28. Please, if you open it, then you read. Anyone? Matthew 28.
Matthew 28, verse what? Sorry.
19 and 20.
And please, I read it. Matthew 28, 19 and 20, right?
Yeah.
He said, go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe everything that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always. He said, always, even to the end of the age. Amen.
Amen. So every apostle is mandated to go and make disciples for God or preach. So normally, after establishing churches, you realize that they go for missionary works, most of them. Yeah. They establish churches, they go back and make sure everything is order in the church. But aside that, they are into missionary work also. They embark on missionary work based on this scripture. So this scripture is not for only everybody, though we are all going to make to preach the gospels as evangelists, but mostly it's for the Great Commission. The Great Commission is for the apostles to go as far as to the end of the earth. I don't know which country is the last, because the earth is spherical, so we don't know where you go, you come around. So we don't know where they will start, but where they will start, they have to come back to where they started. So they are going to everywhere, north, south, east, and west, to go and preach the word of God, to establish churches, to baptize, and then baptize with water, and then baptize with the Holy Spirit. So whether if it's Ukraine, you have to go. If it's Israel, you have to go. If it's Arabia or the Muslim country, we have to go. So these are the works of the apostles. I don't know if somebody has something to add to this scripture, please.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I said a prophetess Abna Ekano. Your Bible say reading name my who said apostle Jumadie no a drawson. It's apostle no the Jumadie doors to the sense first of all no say okay radiasem we are Nyankopɔn fa no so mfa mbie bi asafo afei nso ɔbɛbɔ Nyankopɔn mba esu ɛwɔ ɛne nsuo ɛna nso bia ne ho kronkron no ɛsɛ ɔhwɛ na saa nneɛma no nyinaa ɛnkɔ so kamakama na ne dwumadie no nso ɔredi ekosi wiase awieyɛ ɔsan dwumadie nyɛ sɛ ɔredi ɔyɛ no baako a no wagyae ɔyɛ no tu a na abamubu nti no wagyae daabi ɔyɛ kosi wiase awieyɛ nti apostleship adwuma no edin no yɛ dɛ nanso adwuma no ɛnyɛ bɛtɛ Awurade ɛnhyɛ ne mma den amen.
Amen. Evangelist Patrick Kasa.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Ambassadors of God.
We are the chosen one.
And now my mind is on a minute, 7 minutes. Ambassadors of God.
Ambassadors of Christ, we are the chosen ones.
Chosen. We also thank God, saying all of us we are still alive, man. Now, we have to give thanks unto Him. And the person may summarize them on the say a can apostle or more money so winning. So we only make sure say you being so spirit. And mostly if I say me the example say yasafui say asafui na ayekese ana ebia ye pese me find example ebia ye branch ebia wo Ghana no ye hu si so apostle betimi ayeni abebre oh ye ebia ye nkoye you can say a big program oh and some of the members what they trust just to invite a lot of people to come. Then apostle went to make now not yeah to say that na man sɛ wɔagyina hɔ ka nyame asɛm na afei ɔmo a monim nyame no so some people can bring them so nti ne nyinaa yɛ so wei ne no anaasɛ apostle bɛtumi ayɛ some trust bi na ɔde ama members no wodeɛ monkɔ na moyɛ bɛn monkɔka Awurade asɛm mokɔ a monye ɔmo numbers bra. So the members can go when they come, they will report everything to the apostle. No? Apostle no will make sure say it's either apostle no be call or call them empty. Nina so winning. Nina so winning. Your target no say you be near Accra, Eddie America. You be near Accra, Eddie America. And the way I always see Appland, you know. Yeah. See, you want different ways. It's not all the time say via but it's also part of what you another brain because when I say we are apostle, by all means, a bit more was it. So Musumunye say. Say, me find an example. Say, when I say ambassadors, you are apostle Hanama. You were branches in the Bible, Europe, you were high boy. And the apostle put to me planning, oh, you need to be safe. So the other branch, you better also. If you face any problems or anything, just report to me. Not the target is so winning. The target is so winning. The plan. Apostle Ebefaswa obey Accra Eddie America and also for the church because we are apostle not asafo udano not asafo no as a then it means that you are not doing your work. So na use of this quotation so winning is very important. Yebeka nyame asem na akra edi amera. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So God bless you, Evangelist Emmanuel. Just as Evangelist Emmanuel was saying, apostleship, the work of an apostle is mainly to win souls for the kingdom of God. That's the main aim. And mostly, this is not like the apostle is going to do it all by himself or maybe alone. But in most cases, the apostle can support people or, or be in a team or lead men and women of God and give them come together and bring ideas on how to win souls for the kingdom of God. And this can be done through many ways, like we said, evangelism, and in any way that the apostle, bring the idea and use it to preach the word of God to win souls for the kingdom of God. Amen.
Prophetess Yvonne, please.
Amen.
Amen.
Please, it's just a little contribution I want to add to our father's contribution. This reminds me, I quite remember when we went to Ghana, as new as I was that time, baby, in Christ. And as our father was saying, the main church leader was there, but we've grouped ourselves into groups. We have with different names, and we've celebrated ourselves by cities and towns. So I know, say, for example, I'm going to the Antwerp branch. I'm going to the Brussels branch, for example, Uforiria. Then, so when we set there, there's a stormy, we are going by storm, your customer. Now you can imagine, Obi anafe na babe radina, Oba kwana ya bisa questions. Just say, then not from cry, but ye mia yeni, na fe no, senior papa cano, your cocrana. Yes, I'm making sure say, one hour share your boss ever sorry no. Yes, I'm because Sunday and no pan, Saturday and no pass, sorry, any Saturday and no pa. Ye besimu bear 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, ye go train or more. Yeah, so quite so related to Tamako train or more train or more. na we ma make that kro a me call ya guy bi a oso ne me be ko eyi me twen guy ya afi na me time ko afo say me a me kai say me ko me so me bua ohwe bi ma me di gina ne so a me ni abre no ono ahun say yes me ni abre enti e no krepa enti most of in time no mpanyifo no omu yi omuti omu di nkichwa no ye na ye baba no ye de yegumu na yakọ storm na yatwe akraba na ebia for crusade ye kotwe mo ba na apostle nangaza abegina ho na wa preach usmu say asemba ko de betu ho no unsa wechi nko biom ubeka no enti no mpacho little contribution kakra amen pa.
Amen. God bless you.
Natural erade and share mama in English, but I'll still have to, just as Prophetess Yvonne said earlier. She said we're in the contribution. This is a contribution, and then she quite remember when she became a born again way back in Ghana. Yes, she and other members in the Lord will go to do evangelism. For example, they're in Accra and they'll say that, okay, this time we are going to Florida or next this time we are going to Takoradi, towns in Ghana. And then when they get there, she called it storming. And then with the gospel storm and you're brainstorming. So this one is gospel storm, So when they get there, they preach the word of God, and they realized that because she was a baby Christian, people will be asking her questions, and then some of the questions she couldn't answer. But thanks be to the Almighty God, when they're able to win these souls to, for example, the crusade or to the church, then the apostle will come by the grace of God, preach the word of God, and you can see that most of the new souls will, have a change of mind and want to stay in the church and worship God. So what she's saying is confirming what Evangelist Emmanuel said, that the apostleship is not most of the times not done alone, but you do it with other children of God to win souls for the kingdom of God. Amen.
Amen. God bless you.
Amen.
Your hand up. Did you want to talk again?
Okay, now I can repeat it well, and I think I'm become one answer. Very free. After new people, no, abano. Yeah, in church, I said that you can, prophecy for can, yeah, we in church, because mostly, the reason why those people are not worshiping God, no, because they have a lot of things, they have a lot of questions. That is the reason why they are not worshiping God. So sometimes, if you are not able to get time and then break, just like you are teaching someone in KD and those people, to bring the thing down so that the person will understand that those people can go back. So after those people, they need good teachings and also prayers. So as an apostle, this is what you are to do. But yeah, come on, so because we were catching him maybe now apostle, and as some come apostle. Come on, I can say, and then seminar media, and they will be questioning for all of us. So, yeah, so winning, yeah, where do man say, yeah, what do you mean? Kind of thinking, so last year, why you another day, we are now an enemy. So, I media and ask one by one, so winning. Yeah, and I said, they are talking, baby. See, we kakra make canon. Apostle Edumano, yeah, I want a point so make cancer, apostle, yeah, can any my own, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. So as Evangelist Emmanuel is saying, the apostleship work, the apostleship ejumano, the work, we are all doing one or two things when it comes to the work. So we should not think we are talking about somebody far away. We all can be apostles. We are actually doing it. So we should take whatever we are learning here serious and then put it into practice individually or personally. And then also, by the grace of God, as Prophetess Yvonne said earlier, when they bring the souls to the church, that this is when the apostles will really have to teach them the word of God, and not just the word of God, the true word of God. Because most of these people who are not going to church now do not go to church, have so many questions in their head, and they have so many questions why they are not worshiping God. So when it comes to this way, when these people come to the church, then the apostle will preach to them, talk to them, and then they'll get to understand why they even have to worship God and be able to worship God in truth and in holiness. Amen.
Amen. God bless you. So, and Tina, teacher, hono. Tina teacher no. And so I am a Juma at teach you more. Ye, a radisha ye na. Adeɛ baako a mede ka ho ne sɛ evangelist Awurade hyira sɛ wo make the point sɛ soul winning nti ɛnyɛ sɛ asɔre no bɛyɛ ma asɔre no yɛhyɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛdɔɔso na mmom sɛdeɛ ɔkra ɛbɛnya nkwa nti na yɛkɔ evangelism nti the goal na yɛ setting is to win souls for Christ. And yes, say we need so in the name of our church, say your church and your bed also. Yeah, because some of the churches I know, no, after so makoye crusade, big adie no, the teaching doesn't go well. And our teachings, you know, there's a nipa no ne kram me. Nti na akoye Sarah biara, because I quite remember say na baby bi na me mate bi na new convert class ye from new convert class na nipa no no ye new convert class no wono ankasa no on convert ya na so wono ankasa repent sa na wono ko kire obi odu asore dem dia se nyina obi asore ye nyina du asore dem a kron ha but ye can say ye kokoa mu no enti no the goal is soul winning. Enti oba na teacher no aye den akyerɛkyerɛ but we so no said the evangelist kai no kwasɛm ne sɛ nipa no yɛkɔtwe ne ba na ebia obi a wone no ɛwɔ ayi dada yɛbɛba bɛyi wɔ gyina hɔ sɛ teacher ne a wobɛkyerɛ mu adeɛ ne nipa so bɛsi wo na woyɛ teacher yi enti no na yɛabrabɔ so ɛnyɛ dɛn ɛnkasa because yɛnim ɛkyena asɛm yɛkɔ adwuma no yɛafa ato yɛn ho so ano no nti ɔkyena bi yɛakɔ France a wonim sɛ wokɔ akɔkyiri wɔ bi wɔ France kɔ nipa so na deɛ wo na ayɛ tikyi asɔre no koraa memma bio na kyerɛ sɛ ɛhɔ a na yɛgu asɔre no nti yɛsuba nso so ehia paa yie Awurade nhyira yɛ nyina amen. The prophetess Esther pɛ sɛ ɔkasa bakyɛ ɔkasa.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Na who said the most Mobuse translation? I'm obey. Yana edim Bible studies na. Enya sorry them na anything, but just to add up, the question I have for all of us is that are we willing to go on missionaries or as missionaries? Or we are just talking about it? Or we are just discussing it? Or we are just, it's just a question. So we all need to contribute. We all need to, share our ideas and opinions
But the question is, are we truly saying what is really in our heart? Are we willing to go on missionaries or as missionary or as missional workers? Is there sacrifice there to make? Are we now going to seek for permission? Are we now going to give God excuses? Are we now going to make a long list? Are we now going to give so many why or reasons why that whatever God is asking us to do, we can't do it at that given time? We can't be hypocrites. We need to be real. We need to mean business. Indirectly, all of us here, we have been called for this missionary work. We have been called, whether in 5-in-1, whether 2-in-1 ministry, whether 1-in-1 ministry, whichever way the Lord has called us. Some of us, you are having all the 5-in-1. Some of us, we are having 4-in-1, 3-in-1, 2-in-1. Whichever way that you are being asked, will you go? That is what I'm thinking about it the whole time. When the Bible verse dropped, it cast my mind to when Jesus Christ was calling upon the apostles. They were disciples. They didn't know they were going to become apostles. When he says, Matthew, follow me, he follows. You can see when you watch the Passion of Christ and also the other ones, you can see that even when he speaks to, Peter and also his brothers, they just stop. They just stop the money. They stop the wife and the husbands. They stop the children. They stop the in-laws. Are we willing to go on that trip? They had nothing to argue. They had nothing to say. They had no will of man, rather the will of God. Is the willingness there? It has nothing to do with we being women as wives. We need this, we need to, our husband. Hey, the question is, God has called you. Are you willing to go on missionary work? Who will pay my bills? How will I eat? But Jesus Christ asked the disciples before he died. He said, ever since I asked you to follow me, have you ever lacked anything? Have you ever? And the answer was no. So my question to all of us here, because none of us here is a sheep. We are all shepherds. We can never be hypocrites. We can't present the situation to the public as if we are to be confronted physically, the answer is going to be at once, yes, without not thinking about it. Giving God, a week, a month, a year to think about the situation, to come back. What my husband said, what my children said, what my in-law said, what my family said, what my company said. Are we not coming back with those things? This is the truth and nothing but the truth. I always go on point. We can never be hypocrite. We are not ready. Then it's better to even drop this role of the 5 ministry. Truly, we are not ready. Even for somebody to come into full time, it's going to even take 2 years for the person to come back to the answer. Because nobody is willing to sacrifice. Nobody wants to be mocked by the wife or by the husband. Nobody wants to be, betrayed by the family because you are good for nothing. I have put you to university. I've let you go. I've spent enough money on you for you to become a doctor, for you to become a magistrate. And now you just come and tell me upon all wasting your hours, your years. Mama, I have to do my homework. I have to do my assignment. I travel outside. I travel inside. I travel this. I travel that. And upon all that, the Lord says I should go to Navrongo as a missionary worker. Will we go? Or we are pretending? Will we go? I remember 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2023. One of my visions, I was brought to one of the, African country that speaks French. I think some of you remember. That place In fact, it was a remote area. They only speak French and no English. I was so angry. But it was an angel who came for me. When the angel came, he said, you have finished school, you have completed school. And the Lord said, I should bring you to where you have to go and do your work, your ministry. I said, what? Okay, let's go. I didn't know where I was being taken to. I just followed because God has said. But when I got there, I said, in fact, you angel, it's either you stay here and I'll go to hell. I'll go to heaven to replace you there. Do this work. You stay here because who is coming to live in? I'm living in Europe. Look at the life I'm in. I should come here. Let us be frank. I'm always direct. I speak the truth. I need to speak the truth. Pretend. I told the angel I'm not going. You know what? Bring me back to the station. And when there is another round of posting, God workers or women of God or whoever, please give me a better place. I even told the angel, give me a better place. The angel said, I will not force you. I need to bring the message to God. I was brought back to station, just like teachers, they post you to places to go and work. Or nurses, you've been posting to places to go and work after graduation. So I spoke to a man of God that time. I said, please, Papa, hey, God has really degraded me. God has degraded me, oh God. Hey, Papa, why must I go to such? I can't even speak French. When I was in secondary school, the language that really, sorry to say, so anytime the lecturer will come to the class, they will drive all of us who hate, French speaking, that course. Everybody have to go to library. Yeah. Because if you don't like it, do not discourage those who are learning it. And the man of God told me, Abawa, sometimes God does not show us a place that we will be so in love with. Spiritually, it looks like that. But if you are to accept and say, God, I will go wherever you send me. Sometimes the clean place have been covered with dust. God only wanted to say yes for you to enter. And when you go there, he even emphasized that the French-speaking countries, when you go, the way they serve you, he used himself as an example when he went to Abidjan or Cote d'Ivoire. The way they serve this man, if God had not said, come back to Ghana, this is not where I asked you to come, he wouldn't have been there. And that was when I realized that, in fact, Esther, you said you have accepted the calling, but I don't think you have accepted it fully. That was 2023. So God tests us in so many ways. Mama Dorcas know about this vision. Many of you have heard it from me also before. So there are some situations whereby I really can feel that the Lord is really preparing us completely, finally, for the battles that are coming. For the multitude that are coming, for the beatitude that are coming to the ministry. Are we willing to go? Zabra, are you willing to go? Susan, are you willing to go? Emmanuel, Beatrice, Abigail, Dorcas, Franklina, Mercy, all of us, myself, are we willing to go? Will we go? Let us all face frank. I think we need to go and cry to God that we have disappointed you, God. In fact, this are some way the answer is no, we will not go. Or we will go, but give us time. Let me put things in order before. So if we are hating about missionary, that is why I didn't want to talk, because I know that this is really a topic. But I'm not getting the answers. So you people are talking. I can hear you talking. But I'm not hearing the fact. I'm not hearing the truth about the missionary work. Dorcas is not willing to go. I've tried her so many times. Sometimes it becomes a joke. She's not willing to go. Sorry, many concert but say all in the name of missionary, body of Christ. But this is the calling. Welcome to the ministry. If we are talking about a minister of God, welcome Abigail. Welcome Abigail. This is what God is calling us for. You are not going to sit at one place. Today you go here. Maybe 1 year or 2 years. You need to move with your children. Sometimes when I hear heavy seekers, people, Papa, crunchy. Those times when God gives me revelation and I ask Papa, this is what God wants me to come and ask you. How did you do? Then he would tell me that, oh, my daughter Esther, sometimes we go to here, we'll go here, we'll go here. Only the money now, they go on missionary. Wifey, by force, you go. Meanwhile, this man is a lawyer. I didn't know. 2023, she told me, I am a lawyer. And one day, even in the church, they were talking about it. It was a Bible studies. And even the son, praise, the son also says, me papa a lawyer, didn't he? But look, what giant a lawyer, but he needed to leave. He was at that time in Pentecost. Wherever they asked them to go, he went. Not just alone, with the wife. And every place they go, they also make children. So whether you finish your school, you did not finish your school, whether you have your friends, whether you have seen new people, no, you have to leave them and go back. Go to a different place until God settled them where they are now. So before somebody becomes somebody, the person have gone through a process. But we are not willing to. All we know is to complain. All we know is to mama. Stop hiding your faces. Let me see your face, Franklin, and come back with your face. We are only complaining. We are murmuring. We are thinking about going for morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift. In fact, all the shifts will go. When our husband will come to us, also the midnight shift, we will go on top of it. We are always at their service. Are we willing? Are we willing to travel? Is it to travel for money or to travel for God? Let us emphasize more of this one than the rest. Look at the apostles, Apostle Paul. We will continue to use him. And also the rest. They sacrifice. Going to places. They risk everything. They risk their lives. Now you and I, we can have a Bible to read. The time of Samson, he had no Bible to read. To flee from temptation. To flee from this, whatever. So body of Christ, we don't need to deceive ourselves. Let us go straight. Let us hit the point. Hit the target. Hit by point. Address the issue well. Be fair with your answers. And if you don't talk to, we'll call names one by one. You go talk by force. Because this is a starting church. This is not a church that has already been established for 10, 15 years. Before God, it has been established for years. But somebody also have to pay for the price. So we are still, indeed, we are still in the leadership class. We are still doing leadership now. Because none of us here is a sheep. We all have been called. We have seen in our dreams. We have seen the kind of gift we have. Today, come and see another gift that the Lord has also revealed. It was marvelous. Jezebel coming after you. It was marvelous in the sight of God. And look how I'm complaining. I'm yelling. How sometimes I just want to end it all. So body of Christ, it's all part. You need to lose something. You need to lose all. Whether 10%, 5%, 100%. For you to be able to suit for the calling, you need to. God did not make a mistake. So I think we are ready now. So imagine God says, Abawa, next month, this is the transfer list. Susan, pack your stuff. Go to UK. You, Abigail, get her from UK. Go to Germany. You go there. I don't think I'm going to hear a word. And if you have something to say, you go to God. This is our calling. This is the reason why we were brought to this earth. We are not discovering who we are, who we truly are. We can't deceive ourselves. We can't tell God it is not the time to serve you. You don't know better than him. So, body of Christ, no matter what it is, we are still here. We should be ready. Be prepared for the missionary work. And then me kwati mfre radi wa. Me go so wu kasa me ho a. Se maka. Enya yare we na de obekọ wu mpa so. Yare we ntumi nka wonto ho. Na wo bibie na betumi aka wato fam. Am wo free me na ase. Me pa asma pe tie ba bia ye wie mi. Nsem boni amate na awatwe we mu so no. Can be papa chile me oh bomb reverse. Now when you was catch yourself ha. Obey the akasa ungo. Are we ready? Mama Susan, do not just skip about this verse. Go deeper. Let us go deep. Fish deeper. And that is why we are not ready to make any move. Comfortable zones. Abraham made a sacrifice. Indirectly, he was doing a missionary work. Letting the whole world know about the faith he has, his obedience to God, his sacrifices to God. How about you and I? We are writing another book. Maybe the 3rd edition of the Bible. We have the 1st edition, 2nd edition. Maybe this generation is writing another one. How is your name going to be recorded? Zabra, what would they write under your name? What would they write? What do you want your great children to come and read about you as a grandmother? You see how people are so quietly sitting down. Think deep into this situation. Be ready to move. Ohiyama adwendwene eyi zo ohiyama adwendwene ankasa. Eyi zo ode adwene ankasa. Ase enyi wonam na wonam ntu gina dem na apostle Paul no okay. Wo friend na odi no kwahye Arabia. Arabia kaje baazo ho. Even coming to online to preach in the we are tired. That's why I didn't want to talk. You see, the bullets start to come. We are tired. We went to work 8 hours, 12 hours. We are tired. But at work, you are not tired. But even to come for your presence to be felt by the others, no? We go to social media. Let's go and do even evangelism on social media. It's a problem. You see what Zabra was speaking about? I now understand how when Belgium branch was active, a little bit active at that time, that she was going with Prophetess Susan, preaching there and preaching there. Sometimes I think like, hey, you get manpower. And after Sunday church, they also go around to some people. Sometimes I think like, I'm even getting a little bit, a friend is saying English, Dutch, or can be out. I said, Moody, I didn't choke me. Moody choke me.
Prophetess, you are praising us. Wow.
No, never how we young cow, but I'm ready to appear. What I say? And then, yeah, pakran, ya when you pon you, well, not. So if all the time, yeah, I can say, yeah, Bessie and Tumem, yeah, they could have on a Brabeso video season on shore. Be one no bonfire or more. The last time my doctor said, Prophetess, before this, the prayers that you led, we could have gone online power because sometimes we want to go back and be playing some of the prayers, 1 hour, bam, 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 bam. So when you are sitting in the train or tram or bus going to work or even driving, you can be hearing and it will be motivating you to pray. We are always listening to people's churches' prayers. We can record our own prayers. Reason is that we don't open our mouth to pray. A shame. Me no more bonfire. But now we are vessels. And a young boy and one time. Boom one time. Me met to me a cobia and one somewhere, but a higher crown. A drew way so I won't tell a voice. But we believe it. And do no so dear. Now me and I a choral song, what you say. But you do no so. Oh, lady, we are no a call low current. No light, no echo off, no echo off, ejo, no what da. Na hampony, na by their commissionary. Cooperative or Facebook, a problem now. But what to me show time schedule, or show kuno, or show or yere, or show ma, one wadiane, ukodija, usenema, otoniama, uklini, your way. A draw at the fear dear. What a shame mera obey cooperative. What a shame mera obey radiasa. What a shame mera obey radiajuma. What to me your timetable. Now when she had the on family cano, oh boy. On also saw show I didn't order namano, none also saw Fabi no dear bone. And if you told be and pipe do a in fact, when your bonnet crown, a check. Because papa no how would tip one banner so now. Or she said you would Jennifer na sorry for your one. Or say, hey, I'm about jam sorry for and only this. But did you make ye be babu fear pa? Me be to mo so re mo de masefo. So if ye be san ko fa na enya se yes 1 week na ya se ate but nke ye be ya to aso a ye hwe se nyame na be ni nsenche of course enche ne de ye hwe ni mu kwan. Tell say ye de ye ntumi nya hwe. We no preach na ne ba ne ye chika maami o dende no be so ne kuna fre no pati kwati ko show me jale kwati ko you know all this while now so kwa adwuma mu dia nobody would disturb that person obeka see e wo fie ntia but you can also create a good atmosphere. Put your face to God kakra obeye ye nyina ne yete heat ne mu bio before opare be won na me fa heat ne mu bi na so na metumi nya kwan ba mo nchen anadwo anopa enwumre mo frɛ me na me dire meka ade ne da vibration me te ya adwo na me dire meka papa no hwɛ me di ohun sɛ ma sorry ma na frɛ yeah body of Christ awurade hu nkonkona kan me baako ɔmo kɔda nya me nipa fo na obi ade ne phone ato silent awurade sa ade de nkumi ana me boa obi ane phone da silent ɔmo mo Ghana nso wɔ dum ne data so apɔn wɔ wie ne de nti sɛ bi yɛ ne ɛwɔ akwantu mu na yɛntumi ento data normal call emfra ne boarding na yɛ ne a obi a aham yɛfo ne yɛ me ya sɔfo pacho me frɛ wɔ na anadwo bompa ma me adana me wadwuma na shift ne afrɛ me obi kɔ awo so frɛ me pacho bompa ma me yere ma me make us na wusa ni pa no wada na me ya me wadwuma me no night shift ne afrɛ me sɛ yɛ so ma sɛ kɔ night shift ne ma fa call no ne ma dwa mpa bo so ma nya wa ne ma dwa mpa ne ma record mpa bo mpa yɛ record what be da dodo wɔ sɛ na so wuti a ode honhom connect asɛm no na mpa no so yɛ adwuma because nyankopɔn ni hawa nyina so yɛ communicate ukoda wadum wa silence your phone oh prophetess me so afre o ana se nipa ne friend oh mama na mada o yeah me kunu ha adwene nti no me phone ato silent obi okura sorry phone na okura ministry work telephone o se magya wo phone wo fie ena me bo obi achi no no ne phone no de otumi ye call privately no etumi ne kunu ne makasa no no the phone ato ne bag no de kwa adwuma ena de oye available but ni asore for be friend wo so ne de Miss baba I don't know yes and wo ju obusu ho me kan na afi nipa ne sana brabo afi de okwa out to ni na akọ yes so no connecting in such a way so no however to be me nkasa kura bio because I'm tired I'm fed up ti mama me your Bible studies ni mama abna to so why to ya so mame to ya beno so e mamu nke kan tra sa hit go on point I mean go on point amen.
Amen. Ready and share. The Bible, yeah, trust. Oh, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12. That's what making kind. Also, the signs that indicate a genuine apostle were performed among you fully and most patiently. Signs and wonders and miracles. Amen. Okay. Now me can say my mute me. It's me show the signs that indicate a genuine apostle were performed among you fully and most patiently. Signs, wonders, and miracles. Mepabacho muma yenchre ya adwene ewo Bible verse ho. Second Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12. Hey. I said, silent, I know anything. Prophetess from Patrokasa.
Amen, pa. May the Lord bless each and every one of you. Prophetess Esther Radin Shampacho. Say, Usha, we now came from 11 now, bet you see ye. Ekomia say now the people were accusing, actually, no. But Uking can say, now I have become foolish. That's Apostle Paul. No, say, no, say, so I you have forced me by questioning my apostleship. They question his apostleship. After also put it to him, say, now more question my apostleship. More for me to say, sabi, me ya kwasiano. Na mo fe ni die ni obuo mma as an apostle of God no. Who insankyerani ni amamade adi mechi ana. Ade bia me ye nyina kyerɛ sɛ me a genuine apostle of God. Nti we ma yeti ase sɛ a genuine apostle of God Awurade afrɛ no na enyo no na wafrɛ no ho. Na obeto ne bo ase ne Awurade Nyankopɔn anante. Na watumi ayɛ ne Awurade Nyankopɔn ɛbɛhyɛ no no. Anaasɛ ɛbɛsoma no sɛ wɔnyɛ no. Ade baako a yebehu say di n'echi. Bible says signs and wonders shall follow them that believe. And you know, apostle obeji Awurade din Awurade frɛ wo gidie no ɛde nsɛnkyerɛnne ne awade nti yɛhwɛ apostle Paul mpo emra na yɛ kyekyere no as a prisoner na yɛ ne ne kɔ no yɛ ne ne fa ship so de na akɔ Italy no yehu sɛ odrum pɛmpɛn so bi kra ɔwɔ kaa no na nipa nyinaa ɛhwɛ sɛ ọwọ ya waka ne yanka poisonous poisonous snake pa so say viper papa na ka no no nanso omo hwehwehwe no ankosi aga afi adechi ye na timamufo no kromufo ne nyina obia de ne ba na nsenkyere ne awade ekoso ye se otwam kra na tare ne shadow na tare kra to so a nsenkyere ne awade nti no this is really great pa bacho menti ase ekakra amen pa.
Amen. God bless you. Papa Patrokasa.
Amen. This Bible quotation here, I said, the Bible not to one. Yeah, bit to me, like I said. Prophetess Yvonne, I can be brave. Now, baby kitchen and best maker. Said the Bible when it can say, so obey apostle signs and wonders. And apart from that, say obey Christo ni. Then say after being a Christian, one who say, Nyame di edwuma bi ama. So you will be on the end say, me dey be Christo ni. To me the end say, me di then say trust am no crampo no. Oyi be free. To me can say, maybe I say media Sunday be am kwa sorry. Me kwa kotie wade asem wi amaba. Abaya medwuma. E wade sima me ni atem. Na wayi ebi afiri. Ono de no. But say obi a we Kristo ni. Na me mfa me say what say so winning account because so when maybe I make us so winning no e wade de my nyina e wade am busa also I didn't think that esua for e wade catch o nyina na ka want to because one man can say oh Peter ko kai wade asem no e bia wow ye Matthew no e bia o de twene o ka asem no ba o be but according to the Bible, Bible can say, "We now call." Enti obi biara say, "Wafa e wade adwuma anasa e wayɛ sɛ bia." me find example Brian say here. Why you say here? I'm taking as evangelism work. You know, I said signs and wonders. It will do it. I said signs and wonders because once I can't Bible now, almost so poor and they didn't see also oh yeah, this miracle has happened. This miracle has happened. This miracle has what has happened. So anything, yes, say oh yeah, onyame and mami nkyerɛ because they say no yɛwɔ ewiase ebi mu nso ɛmfa Awurade tumi na ɛde ɛyɛ adwuma. So but yɛka deɛ Awurade ɛmosra ɔde ama wo ana yɛka w'asɛm because ɛyɛ sɛ bi saa yɛ adwuma sɛ woyɛ Kristoni a wosom Nyame yie na sɛ those signs and wonders ebi ɛnyɛ ɛka sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ woyɛ too closer to God. Yes, ɛyɛ sɛ woyɛ too closer to God because Awurade kan sɛ monkɔ and you will step on snakes and what? Scorpions, and they will do you no harm. And that one is also what? The signs and miracles. And then see, according to the Paul canon for every apostle, as a dead, he said, Ebia, we be nine Maya, you pray, say what it is I never do. You probably say what it is, sign or shine a bed, ever do. And I mean, canon. Say, if you grandpa, say, when you're apostle, grandpa number, and say, we are evangelists. And he said, you are winning souls. Oh, yeah. It just said, some of my daily video with you. So, I'm one say, oh, like here, you have to pray. Because I want to this are in now. And you said, if you ask me why, and if you want to ask my what, if you want to bonnie. Ana ono se wodi ya ma wadi e wo na so ede it mo na sample fun be ya betu baby no mo e ka mo mu se yes no mo ye de o mo ka mo mu se enti ye de ne de enye ye nkwaji to mi bi fi hunhu bi ko bat e wadi hunhu ma wo ye de o so wodi be ma ye se ye bi adwuma no e twa se e ba so ni nyina ka mo because se o ye adwuma na no e ma I can say, baby, I'm funny, sir. Me taking what this one as an example. Say, be a what kind of idea, Abia will be a yare. Some instead saying at least Ubenya GTA maybe all the more paying. Oh, wouldn't mean yet. Now I think, oh, what do you say? Oh, but what do you what now more pay and oh, said we will be I wanted to be number one. I wanted a yes, everyone. There be a so say a wagon a yes, everyone. And you would nipa and out there. And then in a semi summary, that is how it is. Say, we a year, apostle, as I start my daily paper, and who ye Namia Juma, and now okay, what the answer man, it was a sad to be the super. It just said Namedi sad to be at the mount, and said the American who also proud, but because I won't find the argument, so what the idea, once and a year, once do I people to start to have for some bonfire, once be Oma. I bonfire can say, I can't remember Toma. We may, yeah, not hospital. But oh, I mean from hospital. Oh, I mean, you say, sometimes not the real fee, the young more proud. And then see, say the maternity, I don't know. Yeah, some of my dealing now, being evangelist, being a cassette, a big dead, also. Amen.
Amen. Radi Eshrao, evangelist. And it signs and wonders, you know. Yeah, can't the will of the apostles there, but said the papa can, you know, I was said, a be a bias, so yeah, pastor, so yeah, evangelist, so yeah, prophet, so yeah, minister, so yeah, then if I show, but you want to pigeon and son. Okay.
Pacho Emma Motuma Casa.
If I try,
Remember me say my mama won't hear mention one eye. Yeah, I Auntie Abuna. I you're gonna have no casa chain. It is not to the casa against anybody, but unfortunately, when we go to the book of Acts, chapter 8, now, verse 9 to 25, we can read it maybe in our ample time. The book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 9 to 25. It talks about Simon the sorcerer. We all know about this Bible scripture that there was a time where the apostles, some of the apostles, they were traveling as we are still on the missionary and the signs and wonders. In fact, this Bible verse talks about 2 in 1, what Mama is leading us to. Pachos, a member repeater. The book of Acts, the book of Acts chapter 8, verse 9 to 25. Yɛtɔ yɛbo ase na ahobrɛaseɛ mu yɛkan a very powerful pa. Ɛsiane sɛ na asuafoɔ no, they were also going from place to place to preach the gospel and also laying hands on people, performing miracles, signs and wonders. And as we are saying, I really love that verse. When Papa was speaking, that is what dropped into my spirit. And in fact, I really love this scripture. Yes, I think Yeni boss on the story, no, that even somebody wanted to go and buy the Holy Spirit. He just wanted to buy because Osha and Sanchanina, there just like Simon, there are also kinds of ministers in the house of God that they are indirectly like him. Oh, no person ocha bra onduaye. Wadane erade. What you say, mra ma talent no, the last one no. Open be account was say erade when I utwa ne onduaye. Into no wo Simon. Oh, wundua hwe. You have no, there is nothing you have done. Who person onya century into and one is a person unto century no. Unto Holy Spirit no. But just as our father said no, we have a work to do. I've also said it before, we all know it. If we really want to be accepted, to be seen, so it is not only signs and wonders or body of Christ, everybody can preach. Even the children of God, the children who are just born a year or 2 years ago, they can also preach. The Spirit of God can prophesy through anybody, can also preach or speak through everybody. But the signs and wonders, no, that makes everybody knows that truly you are a man of God or a woman of God. We can never do without signs and wonders. If not, Jesus Christ shouldn't have come to portray some. And out of the signs and wonders, he drew many to himself, even though without it, he could have also drew many to himself because he got all the power. He can control everybody, of course. But we need to work for the signs and wonders to work. Sometimes it's not only praying and fasting. I've already hit the one point already. Sacrifice. The willingness. If we are willing to do such a thing, the Lord will also see that, oh, my daughter is willing, my son is willing. In fact, I used to give him one gift. Let me also increase it. So by the means of doing the work of God, praying, and also what? Doing fasting. And not just praying. Body of Christ, the midnight prayers, it really works. Actually, midnight prayers is mostly for men and women of God. Because the day everybody is busy. So when the people go to sleep, you as a man or a woman of God, when you wake up, you have some rest. And a journal and I will fire for your people. After fire for your people, no, you also pray for what? Anointing. You pray for power. You pray for, power. You pray for so many things. It's not everything that you get it in a silver platter. I think last week too, the Lord also made me remind and share a vision with you. Said I'm a person mentor extra oil in the vision I had, if we remember. So it's a whole package. I pray that one of these days, Papa Ima will also hit more. That and every time I'm Gebeko leadership meeting, at least 5 minutes to talk about this. Because when you are preaching and people are not listening, apart from say Erade Nyankopon Ediwesia, on pese obi abehunu at this moment, apart from that, you obi an Erade yenesa. Sometimes, you need to pray. You need to seek for the face of God. If you could be so the tier on my ministry in Koso, you need to fight it. We all have been hearing sometimes the deliverances that comes into this ministry. We hear the way demons are fighting the calling of some of us. In fact, almost all of us. A friend being able to anymore that oh never and pastor so what share was to say in fact to be no what is of home. And because of that, they are fighting you. So you need to fight them so that you can also have the freedom a little bit to maneuver, even though we will never go, free from attacks from Satan. He will continue to, throw his attacks on us. We also throw what? Backfire. We also send it back to sender. But many men and women of God, in the night we are always sleeping. Because the following morning we need to go to work. Coincidentally, I made a recording to Mama Dorcas. I said, Doctor, look at what is happening in Ghana. And the day I said, Mamiti, I don't used to hear things because many times, but nowadays, I just need something to take my mind off the frustration. Sometimes my dreams, oh, no, who be also my main clickers. And someone else, so I hear you Ghana with things that I ain't go mine. In fact, ya bro baby, Omo ferio, Omo to 2 money 50 penny costing Kumaso. Omo can send me jam. Omo deep money. See, I was telling Doctor, I said, okay. Nti Erade nti obe afflict ni pa kosi da ben. Obe kan ya no atoma kosi da ben. Or the ebe yinta kosi da ben, but who are we to ask God? But apart from that, we also have to power. We need to power secretly. Etwase ye ya femu de. Na afemu de na nyese ma ye bibi hekam, eno so to me ya afemu de. But pim ko na ye hodo kakra. Sani ebe ya young as helifa. Sorry. Sani ebe ya too many be daddy. Because there be a ubompa ya shinsi. There be a oye we ya shinsi. Almost I say we are not after signs and wonders, but it is part of the ministry. If not, God shouldn't have said that I'm giving you authority to trample upon scorpions. So today I'm trying all the disciples, all of you go and preach the word and start. And they came back and said, God, demons are fleeing after we talk, after we command. And Jesus said, I saw Satan falling from the stars, coming down to the ground. But do not be happy that they bow down for you, but be happy your name is written. So whilst we are doing the missionary work, whilst we are doing the signs and wonders, we are also doing our best, just as Mama Susan said in the beginning, that somebody who needed to teach the new convert class, you yourself, you are not even converted yet. How can you convert another class? We need to also work on our salvation with fear and trembling. We need to find time. Ask God for help. Tell the Holy Spirit. In fact, when I maneuver, it doesn't maneuver. When I add, I can't subtract. I can't divide. I can't supply. I can't do. God, how do I do it? The Holy Spirit will help you. When you are sleeping, I remember one of you said, Mama, I used to hear the Spirit of God calling me in the night to wake up and pray, but nowadays I don't hear it again. I said, my dear, I thank God you have come back to yourself. Go to God. Cry to him, the Holy Spirit, please come back. Wake me up. Because it is not only waking you up, he will give you the strength to pray at that moment. It's not only midnight we pray for Musra. Also during the daytime. It's like you schedule your time. Anybody who signs and wonders follows. You don't have time for friendship. You don't have time for too much talking on the phone. You have to cut some things off. Sorry for the Dutch. Cut some things off from your life. Because there are some people, when they come close, even when you hear their voice 1 minute, they will suck your anointing, or you don't know. It's not everyone we talk to that you think is all right. Sometimes, and we're trying to build a tank for the whole year. No? You speak to a wrong person, one move, all your anointing will go dry. You need to start again all over. So sometimes we need to control ourselves too, our temper. We need to work on ourselves So that when even the anointing comes, it will stay on you. Sometimes pride and arrogance also comes. Oh, me, I can do this. So yeah, now I shall say a bluff. And in the no time, the Spirit of God will go away from you. And if you sin secretly, one day you'll be doing deliverance. One day you'll be praying for somebody, and Satan will start to manifest and shut your mouth in the presence of the whole public. Just like recently it is going on in the Methodist Church, that they were doing Bible studies or whatever, that somebody was talking about tithe and was saying that it's a shame to ministry of God, the body of Christ. It's a big shame. Sisi wa mo boni for ne kwan. Obi e ka sa asem no. Na so mo be ka tithe one asem. E na ekwadae. Yasia pagya bio. Say e am robbery e nipa robbery nya me maje o musika eni so otua tithe, all these things. Eni sa do en was no kra was me ma obi nya ho asem nka. Speak the truth. Be na ma me na nya na ania. Be a Satan a person or expose the woman nyina. Mukukwa mo boni amodi amodwen se nyankopon kasa no o kana no ato. Dako nipa mo ye de camera si wuso no. A woni nda wo de odwen se wo ye live program no. Na ho na bo ukate ko no ukate program na enkate. Wo bedwen se network enye network. Erode se e wo se nyina kwa out. Ukate kura wani so no odwen se akate. Na so na erode a record kura de ato public. Na ye go ani mu ase. So, command Satan say, come out from somebody. No, you are inviting them to your chambers through the little sins, the little foxes. So we need to work on ourselves. That one day Mama Dorcas will not lead prayers and say, I silence you in the name of Jesus. Let's pray in the name of Jesus. Satan, come out. You are the one doing this. And then Satan will say, Dorcas, shut up. You see the way you spoke to your husband yesterday? Do you even have the right to command me to come out? It's an example. I normally use Dorcas because I know I can use it. So please do not sleep. It's a very important thing. If you want the anointing to stay on you, make sure you work on it. Appreciate the anointing too. Let God know that you value it. And also value the presence of God. Don't use the anointing only for your household. Obi home to me on masori. Otinya menka ntino. One ne busua hia na yire ne ma, ne kure ne ma, obetinya menka. No, they are domino. What kind those times no? I used to address this situation. When we refuse not to come to church as leaders. Now wo ko bompa na wone wo mana, wone wo kunu ne wo yire. Busua nchemfa na mo macha adom na fa. Na so adom acha de eye for the Awurade Nyankopon asafo. Enye wo private use, eye for public use. Today I was telling a man of God that why is that God is using me for so many things? Even currently, something happened. God used me for that thing. And the same time, the same problem, I went into it. I pray, I cried to God. No help. It's for public. But you yourself, you are going through a lot. Sometimes you think, God, why are you not talking to me? So, body of Christ, if we are talking about this, then we have a lot of work to do. And you can never lay down this cross. This is a cross you have to carry till you die. So let us start to do it and do it well. And me and yana manifesto. And you say bompire. Ye worship praises are ye. When you be kasa too much a chaso. Adam for busia meeting and then you could share busia meeting ye could komo na here hey and you may be what you chaso. And was there be ye juma wotriso. Pembere merade so have time for God. Merade ministering to you so you can also have something to share with the body of Christ. Sometimes when we are preaching, it comes. Today, when I was talking to God, this is what the Lord said. It also encourages the children of God to hear certain things. Hey, what's here, Radinka? Look at Moses. Look at Moses. Upon Radinka now so Moses we can't find their children's name in the Bible. Hey, now say for crack or ya for. Tia ya so ye no. Yen fan was any beso ye fierce wedjuma. But a man one side on go. May the Lord help us to know our limit, to come to self-realization, to have a balance, to use them well. Yes, sir, so my one who didn't want them. We need help. I will not say, and I make a cut. No, I know truly in my heart, we need help from God. May God help us. May His grace and mercy find us. We need help. We can't do it by our strength. So they be able to say, but I want to train upon the chair and do it. Say, no, to Adjungo. About to say the presentation, I to me say, poor. Just only the word cham ya. To me say, Abrabona Shenema. Or then your concentrated mind. I could give a them say, Radicasami, one hour man, and the message Ben, I may find preaching. Oh, rather more. But if you are able to make it your crown, Tina Peter Cass, and ye juma, ye profession, ye degree, ye just school for my baby, ye joining in a then ye be free. No, say, and I'm near my ja, my bedi machintino. I hear near mu chefa casia pano. Eh, most I'm with and I will call heaven. But I mean call you, but who shall Bible anymore? Apostles no more dino that 12 apostles or 12 no crampono. Obia din the portals of heaven omudi ededa no apostle Paul me ne de baby e hyede this is that me ko ne ebie mani ye na me hwe ne ma ye na me so menya bi aka the body of Christ erade ndo bo aye erade ondo bo aye na ye hunu frɛ na wa frɛ no so no ɛso mfaso what you say in fact erade mo aye ye nyina ye hia mo a me yi me hu frim me nipa me so me wo so nte wo ana sinto erade mo aye na ye rectify a friend na wa frɛ ye no oh na ye nje so eje so papa na ne ose ne wa fa awurade adwuma no ose de wa fa de pa na ono awurade so be ka ore na asefo nyinara awurade mo aye enene kosi ewiye amen. Hey, ye penny olidi e pa oko wadu kotuka we mama doka so dey feel life why na them na critical.
Amen and amen. Bashara unsha ye nyina. Yabra no cry ya yebre nti erade enka ye ho. Mama Susie.
Yes.
Baby you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.